Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, Kal Halal. All praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rakah Kodash, Brakatham. Double honor shall go to apostles, elders, and bishops, a great millstone who continue to teach it to rule well. Shalom to the Akims, a great millstone and like-minded camps and individuals who continue to teach as one body, who continue to be out on the highways and byways, risking their lives for the greater good. Shalom to the sincere Akwats who continuously learning in silence, as the holy scriptures have commanded for you to do so. And also shalom to the true believers and subscribers of this true gospel, for this should be considered a true blessing from the higher power. This is Azariah Gabar, representing the King is Coming channel, back at it with another lesson for edification purposes. All right. So I don't think I need to tell you, Jakes, this is yet another third woe installation video. But like I said before, and I'll say it again, each and every day that this war progresses, new developments occur. And as a man of the Lord and of the hopeful elect of the 144,000, it is my job to blow the trumpet. Okay? So that's what I'm doing again today. So what you got here, you see Paul Off-Grid Desert Farmer. He's back in the house. He's back in his house. All right? Salakia. So, of course, this video of his is a little over 2 hours long, so you know I'm not playing that in its entirety. But you should know how I do by now. When I play his videos, it's a segment, all right, that I, choose to narrow down to fit the biblical prophecies, all right? So this is no different. So in this video here that you see on your screen, he's going to start to talk about this dude who used to be part of the UN, the United Nations, but he resigned. But he wants to make it fancy, like he's suspending his services. But he resigned. And then I believe approximately 1 week after he resigned, he came out with the truth that Babylon and those small hatters in Israel are indeed going to use nuclear weapons very soon against Persia or Iran. Okay? So I believe this guy from the UN, he's either an Ishmaelite or an Elamite, or, if he's Arab, or he may be one of those East Indians. All right, so I'm going to play this video. So the name of my video today, Abaratazah, Lord willing, will be Man with a Plan. I repeat, Man with a Plan. So who am I referring this to? As far as man with a plan, none other than Yahushai HaMashiach. All right? And it's all biblical. So I'm going to play this video for the designated portion and then go to some very, very powerful precepts to back up what I'm saying about man with a plan. You heard? So without any further interruption, let's go.
So this is the breaking news. Welcome to our channel. Before you leave, please hit the subscribe button, notification bell, folks. Share our videos out. This is the breaking news. Special consultant to the United Nations resigns. 48 hours later, he leaks nuclear attack planning for Iran. All right? Do you understand now? Mohammed Safa was the executive director and main representative at the United Nations in New York City for the PVA, a designated special consultative group handling human rights issues. He resigned 48 hours ago and tonight has leaked nuclear attack planning in the Iran conflict. Here is Safa's letter of resignation to the United Nations, just dated 48 hours ago. After much reflection, after 3 years of patience, since I wanted to resign in 2023, and after it became clear to me that some UN seniors are serving a powerful lobby and not the UN, they're talking about Israel, I have decided to suspend all of my duties as the PVA main representative in the UN in New York, Geneva, and Vienna, and from all UN committees, groups which I am a member. I cannot in good conscience be part or a witness of what is happening at a time when our top UN officials refuse to describe what is happening in Gaza as genocide and what is happening in Lebanon as war crimes and ethnic cleansing, that the war on Iran is illegal under international law, that Iran posed no imminent threat to world peace, and clearly they do not want to accuse Israel and the United States of violating international law or committing war crimes. The United States is effectively shielding decision makers from such designation, all due to pressure from a powerful lobby, and he's talking about Israel.
Of course.
Since 2015, I have long supported the goals and the values of the United Nations established in the aftermath of World War II to promote peace and prosperity. Until October 2023, I was one of the United Nations champions of the earth, a critical voice for international law, human rights, and climate. And after that date, and after the same lobby imposed a new world order, which all started in Gaza, and as I expressed my concerns and offered a different perspective, I found myself facing a range of criticisms and allegations. I received death threats from me and my family, and the UN has abandoned me. I received financial penalties, and the UN has abandoned me. I am now being censored at the United Nations, denying my right of freedom of expression, not by the UN system itself, by the UN seniors who abuse their power to serve that Israeli lobby. That's what he's talking about. Earlier this year, senior officials and influential diplomats, supported by global media and social media algorithms, deployed a misinformation campaign claiming that an Iran nuclear threat and sowed pro-war sentiments to encourage a war with Iran, but throughout the region furthering their own agenda. This lobby, he's talking about the Israeli lobby, was used to deceive you into believing that Iran posed an imminent threat to world peace. This was a lie and is the same tactic used to commit genocide in Gaza, and the same tactic being used now for ethnic cleansing and the occupation of Lebanon. The United Nations cannot make this mistake again until the reform process outlined by the UN Secretary General is meaningfully implemented. I regret and I must suspend all of my duties. All right? Today, Sunday, March the 29th, that was last night, Mr. Safa posted the following about what he claims are nuclear bombing plans against Iran being discussed with the United Nations. He said, I gave up my diplomatic career to link this information. I suspended my duties so not to be a part of a witness to this crime against humanity in an attempt to prevent a nuclear winter before it is too late. This is a picture of Tehran. He said, I don't think people understand the gravity of the situation as the UN is preparing for a possible nuclear weapon use in Iran. For you uneducated, untraveled, never served war hawks licking your chops at the thought of bombing Iran, it's not some low population desert. There are families, children, family, pets, regular working class people with dreams. You're sick to want a nuclear war. Yesterday, nearly 10 million people protested no kings in the United States. The possibility of using nuclear weapons must be taken very seriously. It is dangerous. Act now. Spread this message worldwide. Take the streets. Protests are for our humanity and our future. Only people can stop it. So, folks, we're going to do it. All right? The United States and Israel, we are going to nuke Tehran and kill probably about 10 million people because Donald Trump is the lawless one, the Antichrist. All right? We are going to initiate the nuclear war in the Middle East, which will spread around the world. Because if we do this, then who is next? Russia, China, North Korea? All right, once this Pandora's box of a nuclear war starts and a nuclear attacks, then it is going to spiral out of control. And if you think things are bad now, just wait till we pull the trigger. Folks, our military cannot contain Iran. Our military has no ability to stop Iran from firing missiles.
All right, so that ought to do it. Okay? So this nuclear ascension will take place. You heard what that former UN representative said. He leaked out that info. So now, of course, he's suffering ramifications and repercussions because of that. Okay? There will be nuclear escalation, and I wouldn't be surprised if it happens by the end of this year. The way things are going. And believe me, trust and believe. That's what us true elect men and ladies or women of the Lord want. We want this. All right? So, I'm going to get to the precepts. Because for you Christians out there, oops, my bad. For you Christians out there that still want to spread this false doctrine and false gospel, that, oh, Jesus is about love. He's not about wars. He's not about killings. God is, oh, my sweet Lord. He's not about killings and wars. Well, guess what? Not according to the book of Exodus 15:3, because it reads, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. All right? So this is a direct cut to you wacky tacky Christians that still want to be hell bent on spreading this false doctrine and false gospel that the Lord is about peace, 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 peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Not in these times. No, he's not. Get your thick skulls. Here's another cut to you Christians. And this is Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. This is his saying in the book of Matthew 10 and 34, Salakia. And it reads, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword or destruction. So you see where I'm going with this? You Jakes? The Lord is a man with a plan. And this plan is not to send peace on earth, but rather to send a sword or destruction, which is happening right now in front of your very eyes. All right? Revelation 6:4. And it reads, and there went out another horse that was red. And who would this red horse be? None other than Esau Edom. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Isn't that what's going on now? Peace is being taken away from the earth. And that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Woo! I'm bringing up these precepts regarding the sword. All right? So this nuclear escalation will certainly come into actual fruition. And I'll say it over and over again, you Jakes, you absolutely cannot pray your way out of this. You can't pray your way out of this. You'll be wasting your time and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's time. They're not going to hear your prayers because this is written in the book. So you wacky-tacky Christians, again, you guys are going to be affected by the sword one way or another. If it's not by those nukes, it will damn sure be by those chariot laser beams when that time comes, which is very soon. Okay? And Ecclesiastes 3:8, to further debunk you Christians, it reads, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So do you know what time it is? Like Humo D said back in the day, do you know what time it is? You better know that we're in a time of hate and war. We're not in a time of love and peace anymore. Those days are over with. Only once this wicked kingdom of Esau is ushered out and the true righteous kingdom of Jacob or Yaqub is enter in, then we'll have peace and love forever and ever and ever. You heard? So I'm going to make this a quick video, but it's definitely to the point. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention about the fair use of the 1976 Copyright Act. For that video of Paul the Off-Grid Desert Farmer, it was strictly for education and edification purposes only. I'm not making a dime off of that video. You heard? So with that being said, all praises, honor, and glory shall go to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makakodash, Brakatham, Kwam, Yasharal, Arise, Israel. And as always, Abaratazah, Lord willing, on to the next video. Shalom.